My name is Alan Van Capel, and I'm the Executive Director of the Empire State Pride Agenda. And I have to say, this is... we know that there is one thing that we have as one... we know that there is not one thing that we have, one as a community that has ever been given to us for free. Several years ago, the legislature in Albany said they didn't want to give us a hate crimes bill, but what did we say?
What did we say? And what did we win? We won a hate crimes bill.
And it took 31 years in Albany for people to and it took 31 years in Albany to understand that it's wrong.
It was wrong to fire someone from their job because they were gay or lesbian, and I promise you, if you work hard from now
until next year,
it won't take 31 years to win marriage in New York State in the legislature.
Let's go meet everybody who makes the Pride Agenda work. This is Joe Tarver. He's our communications director. He gets us in newspaper, radio, and television stories all around the state. He gets our message out, and it wins hearts and minds. Hi, Michelle. I'm Alan Van Capel. Nice to meet you.
The amicus brief that came out.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It's marriage, right?
I know.
This is Desma Holcomb. She's our campaigns director. Who better to organize labor unions and workplace people than the woman who actually wrote the book on how workplaces should bargain for domestic partnership benefits?
I really did write the book.
This is Carmen Vasquez.
Hello.
She's a deputy executive director. All the programming magic that we do, she's the one that does it.
I oversee all the program work with Pride Agenda. I make sure the Pride Agenda's organizing is what it needs to be. I make sure that the community understands that this is a movement, not a moment.
Hey, sir.
Things are nice.
Things are well. How are you?
I'm having a great time.
This is absolutely brilliant, all of you. Thank you so very much for getting on those buses and getting here.
Welcome, Brooklyn. Welcome.
Hey, welcome to Equality and Justice Day.
We have two offices, one in New York City and one in Albany, and the Albany office is led by our Director of Government Affairs and Public Policy, Ross Levi.
It's just like the real world, Pride Agenda.
He is our face in the legislature. We couldn't do this work without him.
We can't do our job well without constituents being active. You know, at the end of the day, they care about whether they're getting elected or unelected.
20 seconds, I'm ready.
Hello, New York! Oh, you can do better than that. Hello, New York! Call your legislators, your assembly member and your senator, and call them often. They can hear from you more than once. And tell them that you're watching them, and that you're paying attention to their votes, and that you want them to stand up for gender this year, and dignity for all students now, and marriage this year. Why pass 700 separate laws when one marriage law will do?
We had to come to support. If we don't support each other, can't make it.
Strong together.
Stronger together.
Thank you, baby.
The other thing I work on besides the Pride in Our Union is Pride in My Workplace. And June 7th is Equality at Work Awards Luncheon.
This is Pride in My Workplace, a best practices manual for New York businesses, and it's a how-to guide for HR managers that's going to lift the boat for people. It's amazing when you can get the businesses in New York that are leading the way, that are totally making a difference in one room and meet each other, and it's a way that people can connect and they find out they're not by themselves. And so it's really exciting. Pride Agenda rocks.
Tonight, supporters of same-sex marriages gathered for a rally on the eve of an important court hearing. Tomorrow, New York's highest court will hear arguments on behalf of dozens of same-sex couples who were denied marriage licenses.
Today, over 600 people of faith are organized in Pride in the Pulpit throughout this entire state. We have taken the pulpit back from the religious right, and we've only just begun that
fight. Good evening. I'm not a public speaker, so I'm a bit nervous. But I wanted to be here tonight to have my story become a part of the justification of why marriage equality is so important.
Joe is my partner, my friend, my lover, my life. They said 3 months, and she didn't make it 3 months. We had lived together 30 years, the way other couples live together. We had shared life, we had contributed to the society, we had paid our taxes, double taxes. When Tony died, I was 69, going on 70. I was going to be left with no protection, and the burden of protecting myself was left totally up to me. My state would act against me. I would walk the streets crying, and I would say to myself, if someone asked me why I'm crying, what am I going to say? Am I going to say, I lost my partner and she was a woman, and then they say to me, what a disgusting thing. If I'm not willing to say it, it means 30 years had no meaning. So I'm saying it, and I'm going to keep on saying it.
My mission for marriage equality is not about fun and games as it is projected in the media. My advocacy is about the needs and rights of surviving same-sex partners to be equally protected by the legal benefits of this society. And thank you.
The legal battle over same-sex marriage in New York State begins again tomorrow. An interfaith gathering was held on the Upper West Side tonight to support same-sex marriage. In Albany tomorrow, the State Court of Appeals will hear arguments over its legality.
Albany win, loss, punt. So we're trying to be as prepared as possible so that we can anticipate whatever that decision is.
Gay marriage advocates say if they lose this one, they'll shift their efforts to changing state law.
There is no civil rights without schlepping.
Gay marriage activists hit the streets in cities across the state tonight. They're launching a new fight to legalize same-sex marriages after New York's highest court ruled against their cause earlier today.
The court's job is to protect New Yorkers, and they failed at their job today.
Our message in the rallies that all happened that evening across the state was it's time for the legislature to act. See this? Now it's the legislature's problem. This is exactly the message we wanted, and we were pretty successful in getting the press to focus on that.
The protesters are calling for Albany lawmakers to take immediate action to legalize same-sex marriage.
And many say they will begin that effort first thing tomorrow.
This is far from the end of the battle. We've moved from the courts to the legislature, and we'll continue fighting just as hard there. How could we not? It's a matter of life and death for our families and our kids.
What do we want? When do we want it?
Now, I don't know about you, but I've gone from being sad to angry very quickly from this decision. This community gets told a lot of times by elected officials and politicians that they're our friends. But here's what I think. I think the time has come now to tell our friends it's either put up or shut up